Good evening, everybody. AlphaStarDX here. And before we get to tonight's game, I have an awaited announcement to make. There has been some speculation among a few people as to who I would be naming for my stream mods. And I have finally made my decision as to the 5 that I will have in. First of all is Chibi Sprite, who was there the first time I tried to pilot this show. I also have Solar Wolf, who was also there. I have the Cannibal Kitty, who was a stream partner of mine for a little while. And Martyr of Sodom, who some of you out there might actually know as a Link to the Past speedrunner. And I have intentionally waited to announce my 5th mod until now, because that name is about to show up in chat for those who can see these. And if it has not, which it apparently has not by the complete and utter lack of reaction, the 5th mod is my guest tonight, witsharprthnfang.
Oh, Alpha. That's super sweet.
Hey.
I see me as showing up in the viewer list, but not under moderators. That's really nice of you.
I literally just now made the ad. I wasn't sure who'd be able to see that in the chat, but I'm guessing because it's not an actual chat line, it's like a system message kind of deal. Only I can see it.
Perhaps.
Which
That's
super
sucks,
nice
of
but
you.
You know what? Congratulations. You've earned it. 3 episodes. That's plenty.
Well, I'm super honored. I know after talking to you that you don't usually have people for whom mods are necessary, but just in case I find one, I will come down with a band hammer or whatever it is you people do here on Twitch. I have shockingly little experience. Are you sure you want to give me this level of responsibility?
All you have to do is swing the band hammer. No timeouts. I have no tolerance for shitheads.
Well, I'm hoping that some of your other much more experienced mods can show me the ropes to make sure I'm doing a good job.
Yeah. Yes, I did give it to you, Chibi, and in hindsight, that may have been a little reckless on my part. But you know what? Like I said, just swing the fucking band hammer. Don't play with timeouts. If they're a prick, don't. If they're a prick, just don't.
Well, Chibi, that makes 2 of us as to completely inexperienced with any level of responsibility. Alpha, can you tell us somebody who would know what they're doing so we can politely ask them to give us the crash course?
Me. So
is there going to be a big friendly button that says ban?
You should be seeing in the chat next to Chibi Sprite 2 icons, one that looks like a do not enter sign and one that looks like a clock.
I only see a sword.
Okay, that symbolizes that she's a mod. You know what? You might actually have to repop the chat to make that show up. Or
sounds likely.
Or hit F5. Maybe that'll just refresh the chat.
I have done that thing.
Okay.
And
okay, F5 does work, so go ahead and do that.
I did that, and now I don't see, and I just see welcome to the chat room. An older message from you is populated. You said hi.
Okay, so you should be able to see 2 icons next to the camera. And I love you too. Well, so the icons wouldn't even show up because I appear to have the ability to ban myself.
That sounds like a problem with schizophrenia, to be honest.
Just a little bit.
When I click down to viewer list, I'm still only under viewers. Yeah, Chibi, I think you may be right. We may need to find some sort of guinea pig, although I know that you don't have a ton of those because you just made all of your followers mods, man. There's nobody left to kick out because you've let us run the asylum.
Oh, believe me, if people show up...
What
okay,
if we...
I have an idea. I'm going to make a screenshot of this window. That way, it can be seen just what these icons are that I am talking about.
That's not a bad idea. So what if, as soon as somebody shows up and says, like, anything, we ban them, try to make you, like, super exclusive, and, like, the word will spread about how there's this...
No. Let's not go that far.
But it's marketing.
I appreciate the thought, but I can see...
Oh, Chibi, Share with us your wisdom.
I can see a lot of abuse coming from this, though. Okay.
Settings.
So let's do this.
Mod icons, check. On settings. Ooh, look at them all. Chibi, you are awesome. I sure do. And you do too. And that still makes me kind of scared.
Y'all is mods. That's what you get for missing announcements, Solar. Anyway, here we all are to get acquainted.
Do you know how long timeout is, or do I get to set it? Is it like a 5-minute automatic time? Can I set it for 600,000 years? Oh, dang. I was going to get creative with my numbers. Oh, man, I wanted to set it to the delete number. I think that would be fucking funny.
Yes,
you are banned for 1,337 minutes.
Mm. Yeah, the default's to 5 minutes, but I don't want it used because I don't want them coming back in here like just to do it again.
That's a fair point. The act of doing it will make them mad and they'll sit there and stew.
Yeah, let's let them stew without the ability to take it out on any of us. Okay, without further ado, let's begin tonight's game. Does that sound good, everybody?
Yay! I'm standing in
good.
for the studio audience.
Oh, I have a way to do that.
Oh, no, don't. He's gonna do it.
Am I?
Do your thing, now that I've said it.
What thing? Guys.
Don't play with me, Alpha.
Guys. Wit's a grump.
Oh, yeah. Fuck's sake.
See, Wit, nobody likes a grump. Be happy.
You like a grump.
Yes,
You're friends with me.
Yes, that's true. Okay, let's play a game. Enough of this jacking around the horse. We are
That's a crazy turn of phrase.
We are about to play a little edutainment game from both of our childhoods.
I do have to admit, I didn't play this version. I played the CD-ROM version with the voice acting.
But you have played a version and are therefore fairly familiar.
Solar, if you were talking to me, or maybe you're talking to Chibi. If
no,
you are talking
those two know each other quite well from the Cannibal stream.
Oh, did they fuck?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
so when you say know each other quite well, it's always an option.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, my name is shortened to Wit. Please don't ask about my screen name. It's super embarrassing. I met Alpha at Oktoberfest.
At a place.
Near-ish to where we both live, through some mutual friends, and sat down and started talking while everyone else was playing Pokemon Go, because we don't play Pokemon Go. And it came to light that Alpha likes DOS games, and I, trying to relate, said, oh yeah, I had a couple of DOS games when I was young. Like there was this crazy DOS game of Busy Town.
Yes, if you guys haven't seen that episode, it's the first one on YouTube. Watch it.
That's not that exciting. Okay, it's exciting when I almost cry, but the rest of it's not that exciting. It's a game for very, very little kids.
It's exciting because I hosted it. What are you talking about?
He says in his polite monotone. And it came to light over the course of our conversation while everyone else was trying to catch an Entei that we played a ton of edutainment games in common, probably because both of our parents at some point were computer programmers. And so our homes were relatively early adopters of computers, and thus our parents got us edutainment games. And I guess there weren't a ton of choices because we played a bunch of the same ones.
Yep.
And so Andrew latched on to me pretty quickly as someone who understood some of his favorite childhood references. And I was just so blown away that someone else in the world played Busy Town and Gizmos and Gadgets.
Jesus, latched? You make it sound like I'm attached or something.
We've talked every day. That's It's more enthusiastic than a
Not-
lot of my new friends.
Not quite. I've given you a
Okay,
break.
you're right. There have been times when I have not responded, and you have let me not respond.
Yeah.
But it's crazy the amount of things we have in common, even some of the littler stuff than our nearly identical childhoods. And we've been getting along super well. And he told me about this show and asked me if I wanted to guest, so we did Busy Town. And then my girlfriend and I sat in on Pikmin, and that got wildly out of control.
To say the least, yes.
And then my girlfriend, who is Kurogabe, also did the Zelda stream, and that got wildly out of control. So I know you're still upset, and you should be. That was no fair.
Yeah.
That being said, you maybe should invest in some sort of controller because you are garbage with a mouse and keyboard on that game.
I'm garbage anyway. What does it matter?
Okay, fair. Anyway, let's get this mystery on the road because I'm eager to see the differences and the
Yes.
stuff that they improved or didn't improve.
Yes, so the game we are playing tonight is called...
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
I had to do that because that's just what it was if you watched the game show as a kid.
I was one of the country's most popular a cappella groups for a long time before the trend swept the nation's colleges.
What were they called?
Rockapella.
Yes, indeed. Oh, you had a
Where
friend that was Carmen
inside
Solar?
is Carmen Sandiego. Stop that crime and solve this mystery.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I think I've only seen 2 episodes of that show, but you're right, that song is fucking catchy.
Those are the only 2 versions of this that got made into game shows, I believe. Where in the World and Where is Time? Where in Time? Where is Time? Is time anywhere?
No, don't. Don't do this to my head.
What is life?
I am a simple tradesman. I can't afford this sort of philosophy. My job is turning screws and waiting for glue to dry.
Okay, here's some philosophy for you. What does hell look like, really, truly?
Oh, it's different for everyone. That's easy.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do this.
Yes, please.
Let me make sure this is coming up. Yes, it is. Hey, look, it's a fat ass with a sack on his back.
Santa! Oh, come on, that was funny.
Yeah. Santa
Thank
has
you.
a big sack.
Well, and he's a fat ass.
Carmen's gang has pulled another caper, and it's up to you to something about crack.
Oh, gee.
Hey, look, it's a plane.
Oh, man, now I really miss the voice actress who did the travel agent. She was fucking gold.
Wanda, Lawrence.
Oh, yeah!
That woman was a bitch. By bitch standards, she was a bitch.
The travel agent? No, she was super sweet.
Oh wait, no, you know what? I'm thinking of the warrant officer.
The warrant officer was a robot. You are now the one on crack. I am Warrant, the warrant robot!
Wait, no. Where in USA had a moody penomazal woman?
I'm sorry, say that word 3 more times?
Penomazal.
Well,
Okay, where in the world had a robot for a warrant officer?
he was great. Or
Where-
it was great.
Where in the USA had a bitchy menopausal woman as a warrant officer?
Sounds
That's
less
what it
charming.
was. I don't know. Solar, do you like bitchy menopausal women? For sake of context, Solar also likes girls
Huh.
and is a girl herself.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I'll be all the way darned. Oh, that explains the gay statement.
Oh, she's... Oh, please elaborate, Solar, please.
Tell me how gay you are. I love hearing about how gay people are. Because I'm also pretty damn gay, and my girlfriend is super gay.
Oh my.
Probably almost as gay as you, Solar. I'm super excited now. I like gays.
What have I done? Chibi, I'm sorry in advance.
I don't know. It looks like Chibi can hang.
Well, she can, but... Oh, this has
What,
happened...
about the amount of gay?
This has happened before. Here we go.
Oh.
Never mind
Okay.
the game, everybody. Just pay attention to the chat. That's all the entertainment you need.
So do you identify as pan? Do you like that term pansexual? I know some people do and some people don't. Wow, this is a super prying question. I'm sorry, you really don't have to answer that. Oh, cool. I learned about the term pan in college. I came out as an early teenager, and I found the one girl in school who was like kind of already out. And I remember we were playing like some sort of tag game in gym class.
Oh my.
And I remember specifically standing next to her so I could get out and we could sit on the floor near each other and talk. And I asked her like, "Hey, Christy, how do I be gay?" And her advice was, tell your parents you're bisexual if you're worried about how they'll react, so they'll still think there's some sort of like hope. And my parents were actually super amazing and cool the whole time. But I stuck with that bi thing for a long, like all through high school. And even my friends knew that I was full of it. And then I got to college and learned about pansexuality, and I liked that better. I identified as that for a year or so. And then once I lost my virginity, I just decided, like, let's all stop kidding ourselves, and have been firmly lesbian ever since.
Yeah, I cook food in a pan, and I'll shut up.
Andrew.
Go on.
Andrew, you know better.
I,
Yeah, I can see how if your idea of someone is like, this person is all of the gay, and then they're like, that dude's super hot, I'd fuck him. Probably in slightly more words than that. I can see it's probably just as confusing as thinking someone is straight for your whole life.
the 50 Shades of Civ episodes.
I might. Is that something I can still watch? Or your stuff's not on YouTube, huh? Except for the ones we've done.
That's Cannibal Kitty's stream.
Ooh. Is that something I can watch? It sounds like fun.
Yes.
Sounds
She's been putting
good
her stuff on
background.
YouTube since long before I did.
And yes, cast iron is superior. You are correct.
Yes, absolutely watch it. I will get you the link after this episode is done. If provided we even get it the fuck started.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just like talking to people.
No, I mean, please keep talking. I'm just so enamored with all the dynamic here.
The
Yeah.
mod club. Okay.
Yes.
Let's solve a crime. I also have to keep making my bed. So I am going to minimize the chat window for a little while to better see the game so I can comment on that. And then when I start doing folding laundry, I'll bring the chat window back up.
It is so good to know that the mods are getting along.
Well, it's also good to know that we physically can't ban each other just in case we weren't.
Well, I would ban all of you myself if that were the case.
Oh, that's probably fair. It is your channel.
In any event, I'm going to need a navigator for this game.
What?
Thank you, Solar.
A navigator? A what?
I need a navigator for like finding flags and info and stuff, like for the sake of interactivity.
Oh, good to know, Solar.
Who among here would like to look up flags and whatnot?
I know some of them off the top of my head.
Okay, that
Are they very hard?
depends on whether you know your world flags or not.
I played a lot of the Carmen Sandiego mobile game for my, God, what was that phone? Samsung, the one that everybody had. Samsung, the slidey one. Actually, I think it's on my dresser.
National treasure stolen from Budapest.
Budapest. It's Hungary.
A Draculanian folk art collection.
Oh, jeez.
Suspect has a penis.
A Samsung Intensity 2. Anyway, a lot of its trivia games were based around flags. The problem is the flag I know for Hungary happens to be the one from the medieval Total War games.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure they've changed the flag since the early 1000s.
Hmm. I'm curious if that one will come up at some point in this.
But I know a bunch of the African flags.
Like Nigeria?
Yeah, it's green and white.
Okay, you're hired. Budapest, with a population of more than 2 million, was once two cities, Buda and Pest. Okay, cool. Separated by the Danube River.
Which is not blue, despite what the Walt said. It is a very dirty brown color.
As in somebody shat in it?
More like generations of people have used it for drainage. And also the bottom is very muddy and silty, which does not lend itself to being blue.
True.
Too many tannins.
Well, the first thing we have to do is investigate around this city. So we can get clues by going to one of these three places. We may as well just go top to bottom.
Sounds good to me.
So we'll pay a visit to the Foreign Ministry. The person you're looking for was here, and he said he was taking a message to the president. So we know that wherever we're headed next, the country is headed by a president.
And it's probably the capital.
I can tell you that. It's always the capital in this game.
Oh, psh. Lame.
So we'll head for the hotel. Sources tell me he changed his money to Australs. Well, gee, I wonder where we're headed.
Wait, no, I don't know where that is.
Australia?
That's not the currency of Australia, and it never was.
You know this for sure?
No.
Uh-huh.
Fine, I guess I can't tell you the currency of Australia earlier than maybe about the 80s.
So what you're telling me is you're not as good with money. Mr. President, get down.
Australs?
Well, look at how it's spelled. Tell me that's not a direct point to Australia.
Or Austria, which it also couldn't be because they had
They had marks.
were they using Deutschmarks before the euro? Austria?
That's what I thought.
Well, because I know Germany certainly was. I wasn't sure if they were as well. Or maybe like Swiss lira or something.
Either way, it wasn't Australs. Anyway, let's see what...
Is that... I'm going to check chat. Chat,
Okay.
Tell me it's bullshit.
Anyway, the sports club should have one more clue. A reliable source told me he said he wanted to hike over the Gran Chaco Plain.
That's not Australia.
Yeah, I think I may have just demonstrated why I need somebody to navigate.
Solar,
for
are
me.
you sure about that? Did you look it up? Please confirm.
Well, first of all, we need to input some stuff.
What we already know.
Yes. We know he's a male. We know he's a blonde.
And I think that's all we've got.
Yep. Let me make sure that's... Well, that info didn't actually save. Lame. So what you're telling me is I have to burn the 3 hours to get a warrant check.
We could just remember.
I don't trust myself. You know what?
Well, I'm inclined to believe Solar, despite their non-confirmation. But Solar Wolf has told us that it's Argentina.
Well, this is a good way to demonstrate this anyway. Or we'll get lucky and get a warrant like right on the spot. Wow. So we've already taken care of half the battle, folks. We know who we're arresting. Now we just got to get them.
Wait, that's fucking impossible. Are you telling me there are no other subjects programmed into this game that are blonde males?
That's what Interpol is telling us.
This game is dumb. You've given us a dumb game. Yeah, Chibi, it sucked.
How is this
Solar,
my fault?
It's your game?
Did I design it?
I couldn't be sure.
I did not design it. I was not born this year. This was 1985. I was not there. Anyway, let's see where we have to go now. The running theory, according to Solar, is...
Oh, I know why his name is
Argentina?
like that. It's because it's a Russian type of name. Ovich, the suffix, literally means son of,
Yep.
which means his name is Ihor, and his father's name was also Ihor. Those are usually used as middle names. So, like, for example, I had a professor in college named Roman Konstantinovich Kovalev, because his father's name was Konstantin, but they had their own last name. And for women, it's not Ovich, it's like Ovna. So my brother dated a girl named, wait, shoot. What was her middle name? Irina. Like Dimitrova or something similar to that, because she was a girl and not a boy. And her dad's name, I believe, was Dmitri.
So by the logic of what Ovich means...
Vladimirovna. It was Vladimirovna. My apologies.
So by the logic of what Ovich means, does anybody want to know what Sukovich means?
Son of Suk?
Son of a bitch, if I'm doing this right.
I don't know if that translates quite as directly. I would have to ask fluent Russian speakers.
Yes, indeed.
But that sounds like
If I'm
Google
looking at
Translate.
this, that's what it was. I said if I'm looking at this right, which I may not even be, I was trying to come up with what son of a bitch would be in Russian.
Do I know anyone who speaks Russian?
Anyway, let's see what we can do here. So we could be going to New Delhi, Buenos Aires, Baghdad, Singapore.
Well, none of those are in Australia, so go fuck yourself.
But one of them is in Argentina, so Solar may be onto something here.
Also,
believe-
I'm pretty sure Solar looked it up. Unless you happen to know what the currency of Argentina is off the top of your head, in which case, what did you study?
I don't give a damn if she cheated or not. That's where we're going.
No, it's not the Russians, it's the Americans. Surely you know that.
True, but it is Argentina, regardless.
Oh no, I was responding to something they said in chat. Oh, I'm sorry, Solar, with your gender fluidity, what pronouns do you prefer? It doesn't mean that Solar doesn't know that the United States is a little bit evil.
A little bit.
I don't want to throw us all under the bus.
Let's head for the sports club.
Oh, so you're cool with everything. Great.
Hey, Solar was right.
Thank you, Solar.
Okay, cool, Solar. By anything,
Yeah, you know, my head went there too, and I feel bad about it.
would you also sex an inanimate object?
See, this is one of those pan jokes that I always hate. People accusing me of wanting to, like, get down with trees or whatever.
Until you read Solar's answer to that question, and then you tell me.
Well, yeah, dildos absolutely do exist, but I'm not attracted to it. That's not what pansexuality implies.
I'm being facetious. But I'm pretty sure you all knew that.
I hope so. I will re-educate you by force if necessary. Oh, and not the good kind of force. I promise you it won't be fun.
Okay. So we are in the right place, and he always wanted to see oil wells. Does that narrow it down for anybody as to where we go next?
Parts of America, parts of northern Canada, parts of obviously the Middle East.
Oh, this will help us. A yacht flying a crescent and star flag.
That sounds like Saudi Arabia or Turkey.
I
think it's Turkey.
I like Turkey.
Istanbul, yeah.
Yep.
Although I wouldn't be surprised. There's definitely oil in Siberia, but Moscow and Siberia are very different regions.
I'm not going to Siberia. My balls will fall off. As much as I like the cold.
Well, you have to prepare. You don't just go in your, average clothes. There's no shame in dressing for the weather.
You mean completely nude?
What made you think that? No.
Because you say preferred clothing.
No, I said there's no shame in dressing for the weather. You don't go in your normal clothing. Oh, you would prefer to be completely... You're gross.
It took you a minute.
Well, I would rather have you spend the winter in Minnesota like I did for school for 2 years, and then see if you still do the nude thing, at least outdoors. And the cops in Minnesota will still arrest you for public indecency. But they'll say you betcha while they're doing it.
I'm trying really hard. To the museum. Or is that the Turkish bath? I don't even know. Regardless, that's where we need to be.
That was fast.
Plan to study Hindu temples.
Okay. What was the first one? Sorry, the chat is blocking it.
Kathmandu, New Delhi.
Kathmandu, and New Delhi?
Well, no, I'm saying... Wait, isn't... No, they're both cities. I'll be over here if anyone needs me. Anyway, Kathmandu and Kigali are the two choices. Buenos Aires is where we just came from.
Buenos Aires isn't in Africa.
No, I'm saying we just came from there.
Oh.
We're not going back.
Oh, I see.
It would have to be...
Sorry, the dot jumping back and forth is misleading.
Okay, the dot is going right now from Turkey to Kigali in Africa.
Well, it's not that one. It's Kathmandu because it's the capital of Nepal.
Yes.
And they are Hindu there.
Yes.
Or at least some of them.
So let's investigate the bank. Is it a money bank or a sperm bank?
Gross. Yeah, but what kind of dollars? There are so many. This game does not give me the level of detail that I crave.
Well, I'd say the most likely place for $1 would be New York City. Out of
Yeah.
these. Let's go to Americana. So...
It's not that worth it. I went to New York City a couple weeks ago, and the air hurt to breathe.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. First I got a nasty cough from it.
We are right there. Take your picks, everybody. The airport or the sports club?
If I were a criminal, I'd go to the airport, try and get out if they thought that you were close.
That's one for airport. Everybody else?
Not that that will be following this logic, but...
That's 2 for airport. That's where we're going. Sorry, Chibi. Oh, that's realistic, isn't it? Well, in this case, the rebel was right, and not to mention the fact you would not be sleeping for 9 hours if you've got a criminal in this town. He will have gotten away by then.
It's a city that never sleeps. Why would you be sleeping?
That too. And the funny thing is, we're still about to catch him.
Is there a catching him minigame?
Nope. Just sit and watch the show. Oh, I'm pretty sure Vegas is sleeping now, or at least parts of it. I'm sorry, is that too soon?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Andrew. That's a never. Sorry, bro.
Okay. Sorry about that.
It's okay, you're still learning.
Yes, I am.
We learn our whole lives.
Yep. By the way, we got him.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, now that I've got all of my mods mad at me, I'm sorry.
He's still being trained. We'll get him there someday.
A nondescript Transylvanian folk art collection. Google's how to ban streamer.
How do you delete someone else's tweet?
I can ban myself, thanks.
Can you really? Actually, I would love to know what happens when you click that button.
I'm not doing it.
Oh,
I'm not brave enough.
that's true. You could ruin everything.
If I'm taking my show off the air entirely, maybe I'll do that. Anyway, we got promoted.
Huzzah!
Sure, let's do it again. GB, no! You don't have to...
Did it work?
GB. GB.
You have to... Haha!
Oh, good.
Good science, everyone. Technically, if we were doing really good science, we would try to repeat that. But I'm not that good of a scientist.
Plans to the Sultan's harem.
Ooh.
Who here would like to explain what a harem is?
I think we all know. We all seem pretty smart.
Yes, but I would like somebody to say it for the sake of it being said on national internet television.
Not it.
Okay, fine. It's a fucking brothel.
Not necessarily. A harem is just a group of women, usually given the title of wives or concubines. A brothel implies that you have to pay for it. This guy would not have to pay for it.
Solar wins.
Oh, what does it say? Yeah.
Also, since you haven't seen this yet, Whit, would you like to see a powder keg go off?
Oh boy, let me get close so I can read this. I assume that is where it's going to go down.
Yes.
I was folding laundry on my bed, but I'm going to be right up in it. All right, what are you going to say, and what are they going to do?
I'm going to do that, and somebody's going to explode. Wait for it. Wait for it.
See, once you've announced it, maybe it won't happen.
That would be exactly that kind of. Yeah, Solar. What do you usually do when somebody ats you?
This is for me, the newbie, to get to see you do a thing.
Yes, pretty much.
Perform for me!
And the monkey is performing. This...
It's connected by land! Don't do that! Not all of them, but yeah, there are lakes. You're right, Chibi.
I'm going to exasperate the situation right now.
Do you really? That's badass, except for when it's not, I'm sure.
Card sharks.
Why are you doing this to them? I don't think they deserve it.
I'm doing this to one, and there's a story behind what I just did. That last thing I
Oh,
just
sorry.
said.
I have a tendency for when I oh, jeez. Hang out with gender fluid people that I defer to the them pronoun. Rissa's younger sibling is gender fluid, and they prefer they pronoun, so I'm kind of in the habit. I agree that grammatically, it's confusing as hell. Indeed. I think maybe you should be ashamed, Alpha.
How familiar are you with the game show Card Sharks?
0% familiar.
It's the primary basis of the game is calling cards high-low, like say calling higher than a 9 and getting a jack flipped over or something like that.
Right.
You know?
So like the easiest little gambling game.
Yeah. So Solar had an instance where ace is high and deuce is low. By the way, just to lay that foundation, she had a 3. Called. No, wait. No, she had a. What was it? You had a 2. And you had a 2 called higher and wound up with another 2 and lost everything? Or was it a 3 into a 2? It was something really unreasonable. I think it was a 2 into a 2.
Oh, and the same number counts as lower?
Same number counts as a loss. In that rule set that was played on that game.
Like an actual game show, like on the television.
No, a DOS version of a game show.
I see.
Yeah, and she bet all her money on it and
Oh.
lost by
Well,
that
because,
way.
yeah.
But, like, the odds of that, there's nothing lower. The only way you could lose was with another 2. And I even said that I would die if another 2 came up in that spot. What happens? It shows up and we all die.
So what you're doing is just reminding Solar of previous trauma because you're a big dick.
Yes. Do you this is the group of
Poor
mods.
Chibi caught up in the middle.
This is the group of mods you have joined, Wit.
They seem fun.
They are fun.
I'd go out for lunch with them.
Oh, so would I. Anyway, let's start looking for this thing that I don't even remember. Oh, the Sultan's
Plans for
whorehouse.
the harem.
Whorehouse, yeah.
Harem also could, I guess, be the physical location in which the harem is kept.
A black mamba. I believe that's a fish.
That is a very venomous kind of snake in Africa.
An African
Southern
snake.
Africa, I think.
Well, we still need to check the other places out because we need information on the bastard we need to catch. And a traffic light flag.
Red, yellow, green. Red, yellow, green. Madagascar?
Sounds African.
Are there black mamas on Madagascar?
Well, he said he planned to study gorillas. Sounds African enough to me.
I don't think there are gorillas in Madagascar. Oh, yeah. It could be South Africa.
Well, let's take a look. We didn't get any info on our guy. Well, we're not far away from somewhere else
That's
African.
definitely not Rio.
Nope, it's not Athens either. Wouldn't be
So
Greece.
it's got to be Kigali.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So this is not one of the ones that was in my mobile game.
Okay.
So I'm not as familiar with Rwanda.
Sub-Saharan. Sahararian.
Fair point. You have an extra letter or two. But
Is
it's a
that-
pretty looking word, the way you type it.
Does that rhyme with librarian?
Yeah, I bet it would.
Oh.
Unless that's the Canadian way to say it. Because that is possible.
Eh?
To have different geographical names.
Eh?
Soles. Soles? Unfamiliar.
There's a reason I'm saying A.
Oh, it's Canadian. That's not a good joke anymore. Come on, man. You can do better.
Yes, I can.
I expect more from you.
Is the syrup alcoholic? He changed his money to souls. How are souls money?
Could be Soles.
A red and white flag, and we still have no info on this guy.
Solar Google, tell us, Solar. Please. Oh, it's Peru. Peru is red and white?
Apparently.
Alright then. Maybe Solar should be your navigator. She's much quicker on the Googles, and I'm trying to go by, Lima is the capital. I'm trying to go by what I remember.
Who eats lima beans?
I haven't had opportunity to in a while. I think I might. I remember not being a huge fan of the taste, but my taste buds have changed a lot as I've gotten older.
I've always hated vegetables. I still do. Solar, you love lima beans?
Oh, that's right, because there's a joke about if you take away the maple leaf, Canada just becomes Peru. Yeah, you're totally right.
Mm-hmm. A suspicious person was here taking a message to the Prime Minister and arrived in a convertible. We finally have some info. So,
If this game gives you there's only one person who drives a convertible, I'm quitting.
so am I. We're down to 2.
Okay, good.
Alright, so we're going...
male, okay.
Yeah, so we're going to need some more info here.
Yes, indeed.
Let's head for the palace.
Prime Minister, red, white, and blue could be the United Kingdom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was Britain. Yeah, London.
Let's do it.
He ordered seafood. That should do it.
Really?
Are you telling me that seafood is nowhere in this?
I guess that was in a later game about favorite food. Well, I know where Siam is. It's Thailand.
So, you're suggesting we should go bang some cock?
I guess, if you insist on calling it that.
Well, read that out to me.
I know what the capital of Thailand is. I'm just a goddamn adult.
I'm not.
No, evidently not.
That was a long flight.
I think it might be like the exact opposite side of the world.
Pretty much.
Oh, this is an old game. They don't call it Burma anymore.
Uh-oh, we're gonna have to pin somebody pretty quick. We're down to having to get a false warrant here.
We don't have time to ask for one more clue.
We can, we could, but we could wind up running into somebody without a warrant and we lose the case.
Oh.
Should we demonstrate losing the case?
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, fuck it. We're about to demonstrate what happens if we run into somebody and don't have a warrant to arrest them. But I'll take predictions now. Is it Fast Eddie B or is it Len Bulk? Take your picks now.
Oh, I have no preference. There's no way to know.
No, there's not. So I have one abstention. Anyone else? One vote.
Chibi's going for Len.
One vote Len. Len or Eddie?
Or abstention. Is that why you picked him too, Chibi?
I'm going to pick Eddie because I'm a rebel bastard.
You're all a bunch of nerds.
Well, there he is. What suspect? We never got a warrant.
Well, this is just poor police work. Don't go get him. If you don't, you detail him until you have more evidence. This is terrible.
Well, he looks sad.
He should lose his job.
It was Len.
Well done, everyone.
I say let's check out another version.
Do you have the one I played?
Possibly. Let's see if I
Because
can...
I will lose my whole shit if you've got that.
Well, now I'm very driven to find that.
It probably won't make me cry like Busy Town. And Busy Town did not actually make me cry. I just got a little choked up because I was hormonal, and it was my childhood. And I had very fond memories, and I was very young. But anyway.
Okay, so now my question is, can I make this work? Let's find out. Alright. folder is up. Here goes nothing. I think this might be it.
Did you stop screen sharing with me?
Oh, you know what? I might have. Let's
The music
reestablish
is
that.
very promising. I recognize that hut.
You recognize that, Carmen?
I think I do. Oh, man. And the dumb vile henchman.
That's an awfully big bush he's got.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Andrew.
AlphaStarDX, ruining childhood one game at a time.
Sorry. I'm so bad at calling you by your handle. These people must know.
They all know. They know.
It's interesting to see, where the 4 names from the first game ended up in all of these. Oh my goodness! The cell phone! Oh man. I'm losing my mind.
Welcome to Acme.
The
Here are the
chief!
tale of your new case.
Yeah, right, TV. Let's see.
Contact employee travel. This is the chief signing out.
Oh.
So, a secret recipe for kielbasa. That is a sausage. Gumshoe is basically a slang for detective. And kielbasa is also slang for...
Oh yeah, no, Carmen is smoking hot. Sorry, I hadn't been watching chat because I'm losing my mind over this game.
You spelled detective correctly the first time, TV.
Yeah, Chibi, are you doing okay? So the notes on the bottom are the 3 places you can, the 3 things you can do, like the 3 places you can inspect.
Yep. She got a postcard from a buddy who worked in the rice paddies of the Irrawaddy Delta. She was fucking oysters.
Elf.
Yes?
No, that was all I needed to say.
Oh, okay, cool. So, where do they fuck oysters?
I think that might be a preference. I don't think that has anything to do with the Irrawaddy Delta.
Anyone know where the Irrawaddy Delta is?
Oh, I've heard of it. I want to say like the Vietnam area, but I really can't be sure. I honestly don't remember.
Send button.
Warren!
Transmit evidence.
I missed you, Warren. Food. This is the one you were thinking of with the seafood.
Probably. Actually, we don't even know the gender yet.
Do we not? I
Oh, wait,
honestly don't remember.
He was shucking oysters. Yes, it's
Yeah.
a male.
Well, most crimes are committed by men anyway. I don't think we have enough.
Warrant. Department.
Bit high to be RoboCop's voice.
Transmitting. Possible. Suspects.
Listen, don't you dare say... Oh, Horovich and Len Bulk. They're all back.
We got
Anyway,
3.
don't you dare say a word against Warren the Warrant Robot. He's my homeboy.
Do you, let's search the ticket booth.
Yes.
A launch in the Bengali Bay will shuttle you inland today, past rice fields and mills and tea-covered hills, upriver till you reach Mandalay.
This is sounding like India.
Well, let's see if the CrimeNet knows anything about this guy.
You know, Solar, I've never seen that movie, but that's a pretty convincing argument.
Suspect doggedly pursuing plan to infiltrate animist sect.
Wow, this is getting nitty-gritty.
A little bit. So we're thinking India?
Or thereabouts. Travel agent! Oh, it could mean Phnom Penh. That's Vietnam.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because these are no longer capitals. Or maybe they are. They're just more of a...
It's not Acme HQ and it's not Guatemala City. It's not Bamako.
And it's not Dar es Salaam.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm between those two. What do you think, guys?
Yangon or Phnom Penh?
Both, I guess? Phnom Penh I think I know, is Vietnam.
Yeah, I believe it is.
And they definitely have that.
Well, we have one for Phnom Penh.
Let's give it a try.
Alright.
Did we win? We didn't win.
Nope.
Is it really? I thought the capital of Nepal was Kathmandu.
Well, now we've wasted some valuable resources. Back to Warsaw.
Where's the travel agent?
I guess there's not one.
No, not that one. You were wrong.
Whoops. Call 411 in that country?
I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, that's where Nepal is. Nepal is in, like, northeastern India.
Does Nepal have,
Well, when we go there, we'll find out what the fuck country it is. Yangon. What? Oh,
There it is.
perhaps that is the native name of Rangoon, and Rangoon is the westernized name?
She said she wanted to go to the land of tea and rice and everything nice. Member of the... Oh, this is a woman.
Oh, we fucked up.
Gender confusion. Female. Swiss Alpine Club.
Mountain climbing? Hobby?
Mountain climbing.
Tea and rice says China to me.
Warrant, department.
Is there a program
Warrant
for...
issued.
Catherine Drib. Is there a program for puberty?
Listen, he is state of the art, and he doesn't have an awesome voice synthesizer, but they spent most of their time and resources on making sure he was connected to the worldwide database of criminal activity, and they didn't spend too much time on niceties like voice. Again, don't you say a word against Warren. I love him.
In the studio, Sapporo.
Still sounds like China or Japan.
All right, then it's off to China or Japan. Watch them both come up. No. Okay. No, it's not Len. We had the gender wrong all along. It's Catherine
I choose to
Dredd.
blame it on Solar. That is a joke, just by the way. If it's not funny, please let me know so I don't make any more of them.
You hear that, Solar? It's your fault. That sounded like it hurt.
I can't tell if that is, what?
She left to visit her sweetheart on a sugarcane plantation. Now, where would there be a sugarcane plantation?
Caribbean? Panama.
We.
Was I right? Yeah.
Up. So, let's have votes. Is she at the university, or has she infiltrated the crime net?
Is that a thing you can do?
We could find out.
I thought CrimeNet was just like a place you called for clues. I think she has to be at the university.
Anybody else have a thought?
Or have I misremembered how this game works? It has been a long time.
I didn't even remember. Oh, you have dragons, Solar?
Is that browser game?
I wouldn't.
Or is this the Game of Thrones Telltale game?
I wouldn't know. That's 2 for university.
Haha!
Freeze!
Yeah, the browser game, Flight Rising. I knew people who played that, but I don't think they play it anymore.
That pussy caught it in the mouth.
Hold it right there.
God, that's such a gross way to put it, though.
Is that not what happened?
No, it is. It's just like a disgusting way if you were using it to talk about a sex thing.
No, I was just stating a fact.
I know, but it's hell of a double entendre.
Look, not everything I say has to do with sex, okay?
But it is, and it does. I've begun to know you.
This is a triumph for all that is treasured by mankind. We are happy to return a secret recipe for kielbasa. Bullshit.
Yeah, you're telling me, Chibi.
Guilty. Good show. You're an example to us all. You'll get a promotion for this.
Man, that English accent really takes me back.
Uh-oh.
Hang on, hang on. Oh. Shoot, he's not the one that his dad was also present. God damn. Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know this either. That being said, there's only one thing we can do.
Rage quit?
No.
Google it?
Yes.
Ah.
We're not
Well.
gonna rage quit. We have the technology. Nobody needs to panic. James Monroe. Oh, apparently he's dead.
I didn't even know he was sick.
I know how we're going to get our promotion.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's right.
That's a hell of a name.
We are now investigator.
Now, would that have been something that was in the manual?
Don't know.
And am I making it... Did this game come with an atlas? Or did my parents just show us an atlas?
It probably did. I mean, it
It
has
had
to have an atlas that matches the information in the game.
Had a little bitty atlas.
Yeah, no, real atlases are not itty bitty. Yeah, that's true. I'm proud of you, Solar. You've grown up in front of us.
She's just real quick on the Google.
That doesn't surprise me. There was another version in between. By the way, did you cry?
No, but I enjoyed it a ton.
Damn. I mean, I'm glad. And we have to hit on the version that's in the middle. And this time I will reestablish the screen share properly. So let's extract this to 1991. Should be up on Twitch. Reestablish Skype share.
The Google foo. I have to keep folding laundry, or I'm never going to get it done.
Okie doke.
I mean, it could be here. My headset is wireless, but it means I can't read chat super well because the type is little from 5 feet away.
That's fine. I can just say what's being said.
Yeah.
So in between the old version and the deluxe version came this.
Excuse my yawn.
Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, that's a hell of a footstep sound effect, huh? Oh my god, did they just shoot him?
Something like that. By the way, this is the version that I grew up on.
Okay.
Also, I love this version of the song.
That's badass. As someone who went to college for music, I can say with some degree of expertise that that's badass.
I need to get that version onto my phone, along with the rest of the Busy Town soundtrack.
The Busy Town soundtrack is not that good. Save your memory space.
But it's Busy Town.
I know, but there are better ways to preserve your memories.
What you've just said is blasphemous for a fellow Busy Town lover.
Yeah, but I'm realistic. Also, I'm a little bit biased because I somehow managed to get the smartphone with the world's smallest amount of internal storage. And I've also recently found out that you can't store app data on an SD card. The only thing that can comfortably be stored on an SD card is pictures and videos, which I've already deleted long ago to try and make room in my goddamn internal storage.
True.
I'm very unhappy about it. I had to delete my very favorite game.
Oh yeah, by the way, Chibi is a clarinetist.
Oh, cool. I'm a flutist. Or flautist, depending what you prefer. They are both correct.
I play the boner.
Only because you're a gross child.
He.
That being said, trombones are actually the grossest instrument, and I can prove it. I fix musical instruments for a living, and trombonists get their instruments cleaned.
Not nearly enough.
Yeah, almost the least frequently out of anybody, and it actually matters the most for a trombone, because if there's any degree of buildup between the inner and outer hand slide, it affects the feel of the instrument, sometimes relatively catastrophically.
Sure does.
And there's such a thing as, they nicknamed it trombonist's lung, where if someone really, for real, never cleans their trombone, you can give yourself the same bacterial infection over and over again, because it's still in your instrument, and every time you go to play it, it will reinfect you.
It's absolutely true.
It's also known as bagpiper's lung because bagpipes are almost impossible to clean. And my cousin got it from a trumpet once.
It must be so nice for people who play that instrument. They just stand there and squeeze their sax and blow all day.
Is that a sex thing?
Maybe.
Bass clarinet! My brother was a bass clarinetist. Every time I hear it, I think of him. Also, what do you mean no French horn?
I believe she's saying that French horn might be the worst in that regard.
Yeah, French horns stay wet forever. Even because there's so many places for condensation. Yeah. Because there's so many places for condensation to build up in a French horn, and because it spends a lot of time being a closed system, it's almost impossible to get all of the condensation out. So no matter how long ago it was that a player has played their French horn, and they give it to you as a technician to fix, it's always going to pee on you when you take it apart. There's just no way around it. You just have to be ready for it and be ready to dodge.
By the way, Solar, what did you play? I totally forget if you said it.
Solar was the one who played clarinet.
No, that
Chibi
was...
played... No,
What?
Look. Read your damn thing. Solar was clarinet. Chibi played bass.
Oh, well, look.
Or
there-
were you both
well, look at-
clarinetists?
Well, look at that. There it is.
Yeah, man, read your thing. Even Solar can do it.
I can't read, so,
This is embarrassing for you.
the person you're looking for was here, and he planned to take a wallaby census.
We found it!
By the way, I just read.
It's true. It was a joke.
Yes, it was. The whole... okay.
Even I play a tiny little bit of clarinet. I'm not very good at it, but I can play it enough to test it when I'm fixing them.
I found that I was hopeless with wood in my mouth. I had to play a brass mouthpiece.
Yeah, it is really weird for me as a flutist to go to an instrument that something goes inside your mouth. It feels very invasive. That's yet another reason that I know that I'm gay. That and because I'm not sure I believe that men are capable of love. Even though I'm surrounded by examples of men in loving homo and heterosexual relationships, I just am always suspicious. That's how I know I'm gay.
I question whether I'm capable of love.
Well, you have special circumstances. I think you are capable of love. I think you have a tendency to find yourself seeing it and expressing it in very different ways than you see it around you. And that can be very confusing. I wasn't sure I was capable of love until I met Rissa. I had several girlfriends before, and, you know, the Disney movie makes it seem like you're going to have this incredible instant moment of, I absolutely know. And I had 3 or 4 girlfriends and a couple more significant crushes. And I didn't have that movie moment that I thought I should have. And I was beginning to wonder if that was real or if I was capable of feeling that at all. And then I met Rissa. And first we hooked up because this is the modern world. And then we started hanging out more. And then I fell for her by accident. And then I realized, like, holy shit, I really had been missing something this whole time. And it turns out I'm not broken.
Well, Chibi, thanks for joining us. I'm glad you got to stay longer than you thought you would.
It was a pleasure to meet you. You seem fun. I hope to cross your paths on other streams in the future.
Oh, I'm almost doubtless that that's going to happen. And it's going to be a beautiful time. This is what I love about my Friday nights, is the fact that I don't have to work Saturdays.
I do work Saturday mornings. I do have trouble making myself stay for more than a couple hours. I usually finish whatever is on my bench and then go home.
Gotcha.
But I actually do have to, like, for real work tomorrow.
Well,
Bye-bye!
this will probably be the last version that we do then, at least for Carmen Sandiego, because then after that, I'm thinking next in the edutainment series should be, as mentioned, Gizmos and Gadgets. And Chibi, yes, you are.
Oh, what are you guys doing?
If it was discussed, I don't know, but we will talk about that later and get back on that.
I would love to see someone be a guest that isn't me or my girlfriend, because I haven't gotten to tune into other streams.
Absolutely.
Bye, Cheap.
Okay, so we know we're going to Australia, but we also need to know something about him.
You're not actually crying, are you, Solar? I bet you're not.
I couldn't even tell you what would make Solar cry.
Yeah, alright, Solar, let's get into it. What would make you cry?
Oh, this should be highly, highly interesting.
You do not actually have to tell me.
Down to 2.
You're kidding!
Look at this, the same names again.
Yeah, no, dog movies, I avoid them in particular. Because they keep killing the damn dogs! If they wouldn't kill so many dogs, maybe I could watch them.
Canberra.
You have to say it faster.
Canberra.
They say it more of like Canberra. Almost Canbra.
Canberra.
Yeah, almost, yeah. It is apparently the capital that citizens like the least. Nobody likes Canberra.
Hey, it was a photo.
I'm not familiar with that one.
You're looking for, and he planned a backpack through an archipelago. And he plays Crockett.
I feel like backpacking is not the best way to get around an archipelago.
Not at all. But this should do it.
I won't judge you for crying at a horror movie because I don't really feel comfortable watching any horror movies. I almost cried at watching a couple minutes of House of Wax because my roommates were watching it in college and I couldn't get away from it because it was my room too. And I found it incredibly upsetting.
We're going to Japan.
Oh, sorry, that's adorable.
Aw. You like making your friends cry?
Wow, you really can't read.
No, I can't. Tokyo, the capital of Japan, is overlooked by Mount Fuji, one of
Why don't
Japan's
you
most
call it
famous
Sunrise
sites.
Land?
Sunrise Land?
Did you see those videos? The short history of things?
No, I haven't.
They're good.
Okay.
You'd like them.
I shall make note of
The
it.
YouTube channel, I believe, is called Bill Wirtz, is the guy,
Mm.
and he makes fun educational videos.
Mount Aconcagua.
Yeah, Solar knows what I'm talking about. I bet it's Buenos Aires. It sounds pretty Spanish.
Hey, can you stop calling us dipshit?
What? Oh yeah.
So, are we sure about Buenos Aires?
Oh, of course not.
Okay. Let's go read a book. Yeah. Seems Buenos Aires might have been right.
Woo! These are such good games. I feel so edutained.
Edu what?
Edutained.
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 Yes.
That's a tough one.
Did you know embargo backwards is oh grab me?
I didn't. That's a good one.
It's true.
That's a immordinal app.
Are you trying to say palindrome but slightly drunk?
No, it's palindrome backwards. It's the word for... it's not actually a palindrome because it's not the same word backwards and forwards, but it's a different word. So, stressed in desserts is an immordinal app.
A suspicious person was here, and he said serendipity had led him to a study of Pidneris culture. Did I do that correctly?
Actually, you did. That's really good that you're able to do that on the fly. But that clue doesn't mean anything to me.
Hey, not bad for somebody who can't read.
Fair point.
Let's go stare at the boats. A golden
boat?
lion flag. That's pretty definitive.
Golden lion. Who's got lions these days? So I know Scotland's a dragon.
Either Egypt or whatever that other one is, wherever it is.
That looks like the tip of India. They don't have a lion. Neither of those places have lions. Well, wait a minute. No, that can't be India. Is there another country down there? There must be. Hey, Solar, help. Google us.
Yeah, Solar, be useful.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm just kidding. She knows.
I know.
She's useful. She was my navigator when we did the Canadian game the first go-round.
Carmen stole Canada? Oh,
no.
Sri Lanka.
Well, no, but there's a Canadian
That's possible.
edutainment game out there.
Oh, is it the truck one that what's his face did on LGR?
Cross Country Canada? Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was my navigator for that one.
Yeah, that Sri Lanka's guess is not bad. Let's try Colombo.
Let's go. India.
Did we just die? Oh.
I felt something graze my scrotum.
Oh, Christ. You're in a room with a bunch of gays. Although, Solar does sleep with dudes. Never mind. Oh, how old is Solar Wolf? Solar Wolf, how old are you? I feel bad making jokes about minors. What, Solar Wolf's like 62 or something?
No. You'll see.
Dicks. This always happens to me. I have, like, possibly a problem. Although this one is not my fault. I couldn't see your face, so I couldn't have known that you weren't... Oh, shit. I'm still doing this? Fuck. Why are you hanging out with kids, Andrew?
Hey, I met her through another stream, remember?
I mean, yeah.
And also, if you can't tell, she has a very adult sense of humor.
I know. Fuck, she's super cool. God damn it.
And a very complete sense of her own sexuality.
Fuck. God damn. God. Fuck.
Okay, that was worth it. This is worth it just for that.
You don't understand. I hit on this girl in repair school, and it turned out that she was 17, and it was creepy then, and that was like 3 years ago.
Listen, you like young blood.
Oh, don't stop. You're making this so much worse. Stop talking about her blood.
Nobody is judging you, Wit.
I'm judging me.
You don't have to judge you.
Well, you're not going to do it, so I do. You want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
If you insist. Now, where are we convicting this bastard? The airport or the ministry?
Oh, for a hot second, I thought you were talking about me again.
No, not you. No.
Solar, I'm sorry. You don't deserve me talking about you as if you're not there. I'm sorry.
She's probably getting a great deal of hilarity out of this.
Oh, I usually don't fall for that, like, bet you feel old now crap, but I feel a little bit old now. Oh, man, that means you're born in 2000, motherfucker! Oh, that's terrible news.
We're going to the ministry. I'm not even gonna try and get a vote.
Yeah, do whatever you need to do, man. I'm just gonna have this crisis by myself. We can finish the game.
I win.
I have a linen closet. You're probably still not even in university yet. Oh. I pay a water bill.
I am going to laugh the moment we're off the air.
You can laugh now. We all know it's happening.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. You're a senior citizen in your high school. Are you gonna throw up or something?
No. Although Solar might need an asthma inhaler.
Do you need a hug or something?
No.
Are you sure? Because it seems like you're really distressed about this.
I am jokingly distressed. In the real world, I'm not that distressed. I am playing it up a little for comedy, but I was genuinely shocked. And that's never a completely pleasant feeling.
What's that, Solar? Senioritis is making you hard?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Try not... I will... From my position of lofty wisdom, now that I know that I have that, try not to let it get you too badly. I just decided not to hand in my English final project. And if I didn't have one of the most lenient teachers in my high school, they wouldn't have let me graduate. He gave me a D instead of failing me. But if he had failed me, which he very much should have, then I wouldn't have been able to go to college that year. So
Well,
try not to let it get you too badly, because you may not have a very lenient English teacher.
Well, good on him, though, for making the kind decision.
No, he probably should have, because then I tried to pull that shit my freshman year of college,
Well,
and I got a D in one of my courses then, and it took me the rest of college to pull my GPA up.
You got the D in high school and the D in college? That's rough.
Yeah. Still turned out gay, too.
Yeah. Well, it seems...
There you go, Solar. Don't do what I did. And if we're going on don't do what I did, try not to get into a relationship with someone who's already in a relationship, no matter how good the sex is. It's just going to give you more heartache than it's worth, even though it feels really good while you're doing it. She is still
myself.
she's still with that guy. They've gotten married. They have a dog. They're very happy together.
Mm. So I don't
Robert
know this
Penn.
either. Robert Penn something.
Oh.
I'm going to Google it, but first I'm going to leave this here.
Is it Frost?
No, it's 6 letters.
Oh, that matters?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Got it.
No, I'm talking about university. There will be a lot of people there who are not so gross. You know, everyone in high school is gross.
We win.
Indeed, we do.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was 3 different versions of Where in the World is... Shut up!
Yeah, that's a
Where in
pretty
the
loud
World is
sound
Carmen
effect.
Sandiego. One of which made my guest and newest mod very happy.
Yeah. I still remember what the CD looks like. There's a chance I still have it somewhere in a binder full of CDs.
Hmm.
I wonder if my really fancy modern PC could even run it.
There's a way it can. I actually have a Windows 98 system running underneath this one.
Oh, did you dual boot or something?
Well, I mean, I learned how to create an image when I was in college. I kind of had to dig really, really deep into my memory banks just to figure that out again.
Hmm. It also implies that I have a copy of Windows 98 lying around, which I very much do not.
Oh, I didn't. I nabbed it from online.
Yeah, I don't believe in that.
I do if it's such an outdated system that nobody even uses it.
I will.
It's effectively abandonware.
Yeah, I will consider it at those times.
Mm.
But my knee-jerk reaction is it's not worth it.
Yeah, I won't do that with XP or higher because XP is still in fairly wide use. 98 is completely and utterly obsoleted.
XP was great. I liked XP. I had no problems with it.
Windows XP, fat but sexy.
Okay, that's who made that up?
You've never heard that?
No.
Okay, I'm going to send you something on Steam real quick.
On Steam?
Yes, on Steam.
Oh, is that just because it's the easiest window that we are currently connected on for you to access?
Yep, it's easier than Facebook, I'll say that.
Well, we are connected by Skype, you doober.
Right.
You have selected Microsoft SAM as the computer's default unused feature, blah blah. Yo dude, that job can be boring. I can do more than that. So give me some music, E flat please.
What is happening?
Hey, who's that girl? Fat but sexy. This is Sam, talking to you proudly. I'm running stable and steady as a
Credit
beat.
to Monster Console Daddy for making this
Therefore,
song.
I may say it loudly.
You know Solar can't hear this.
I deserve.
Or maybe they can.
You should be able to.
Oh, what a rain. You got Windows XP. Fat but sexy. Windows XP. Fat but sexy. I'm like an ocean liner in space. Don't watch my size. I'm weightless. I'm a sophisticated grace. So treat me wise.
I'm not letting it get to a minute.
No, that's cool.
But there's
Don't want to get your stream taken down for copyright.
Okay, so that's there. And,
Yeah, that happened to all of us.
And here it is for you as well, Solar. So, yeah, that was a thing. Somebody actually came up with that shit.
Yeah. It's a long way from teaching a computer to sing Daisy back in the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm. Or using floppy drives to recreate songs. I think there was this one video I saw once that had, what was it? I think it was like 12 floppy drives recreating What You Gone from Portal 2. It sounded incredible.
Somebody taught a engraving laser to sing Still Alive.
That
And
must
what's
have been-
more is they taught it to sing it while it was engraving the Aperture logo in a piece of aluminum, I think. No, it couldn't have been aluminum. Aluminum would not react well to a laser. It must have been steel.
So, who here wants to feel old?
I think we've taken care of that, haven't we, Alpha? So go,
Well, I can-
as Solar would say, McFuck yourself.
Well, I can make it that much worse.
No, I don't need that.
But it's important. It has to do with Portal.
It's an old game.
Last month marked the 10th anniversary. 10 years ago, October 9th, Portal came out.
Portal is younger than Half-Life, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Because Half-Life's been around for a long time.
Yeah, Half-Life was like 2000, 2001.
That sounds probable.
Let me double check that. I could be wrong. Oh, wow, 1998. That's coming
That
close
was the
to,
number I had in my head, because
that's
I
coming
thought,
close to 20.
yeah, because I thought Portal was 98. So when you said it was only 10 years, I was kind of surprised, but I guess I was thinking of Half-Life.
Boys and girls, we are getting old.
Oh, yeah, you're totally right, Solar. I remember being in 7th grade and watching Shrek in French in my French class, while everybody else in my grade got to go have the last day of Christmas break in the gymnasium. But my French teacher rounded up the French class and took us back to her classroom because she was worried we were going to get hurt or something because people were being rowdy or something. And I remember being pretty dissatisfied with that because only 32 students in my grade took French and the other 120 all took Spanish. Oh, Solar, why did you have to do that?
I learned my minimal French through Muzzy.
Je suis un grand musée! Yeah, man! Muzzy was great.
Have we just found another major thing in childhood common?
I I didn't watch a ton of it. I did remember that there was a song sung by a mouse man on a motorcycle about the vowels.
A-E-I-O-U, I love you.
Yeah, but in French and not in English. Why would you watch Muzzy in English? What an enormous waste of time.
Because hilarity.
No.
Same reason I watched the entire movie that Yi came from, and subsequently regretted it.
I bet. You're a bad Canadian, I think. Oh, you admitted that very quickly.
A-E-I-O-U, I love you. A-U.
And somebody actually put the video up, too.
You love me.
It's better in French, actually. The syllables fit better.
Yeah, it's true.
Off we go.
Not to mention the French voice acting was better.
I bet you the French came first, to be honest.
It probably did.
Far away.
I'm trying to think what language came first for Dinosaur Adventure.
I-O-E.
You love me.
It's either English or Italian, I would imagine.
I took 4 years of Italian in high school and a semester of it in college, and then it started getting hard, so I stopped, and I didn't need the requirement. And then I switched majors from one of the music majors to a different music major, and then I had to go take a language again, so I took German, because that was the one musical language I hadn't studied yet. And all German did was drive out all the Italian that I knew, and didn't replace it with any German, because I didn't study it for long enough, and now I don't speak anything at all, and I'm really unhappy about that, because I was pretty good at Italian. I could conjugate several different verb tenses. I'm bitter.
Oh no.
What?
I'm pretty sure that Yi originated in English.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We have to live with it.
Yeah. And I've gone through the torture of watching this thing in its entirety.
Well, that was a choice that you made for yourself.
Yeah. And I now need therapy.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think I should go to bed because, as I mentioned, I do have work tomorrow.
Yeah,
well, at work tomorrow.
Yeah, I think at this point we've done about all we can here.
In about 2 hours, give or take.
Yeah, so that was Carmen. I'm glad you got as much out of it as you wanted to.
That was a ton of fun.
Yep. And next edutainment we do is going to be Gizmos and Gadgets, whenever that turns out to be.
I will see if I can get some of the people that I know in real life to sit in on that stream and watch. Because my brother used to love that game. Zach was at a better age to comprehend that than I was. And apparently my best friend played that, because when I told Zach that I met a guy who played Gizmos and Gadgets, Richard got really excited, as if he recognized it, so that's actually a very good sign.
Nice, alright.
I think you'll like Richard. He's a likable guy. He is my very best friend, but also sometimes my very worst friend.
Yeah, the two kind of go hand in hand, don't they?
Sometimes. Not because he's, like, mean or, like, he knows all my secrets or whatever. He's just one of the flakiest people on the planet, but it's often not his fault. Which is so frustrating, because I really want to be mad at him.
I know, and you just can't, right?
It would not be fair. But the times when it is fair, oh boy, do I get mad at him.
By the way, is it your turn or my turn?
I think we're still going with the you're just asking until you run out, because I can never think of anything.
Or until you come up with something and just shoot right in.
Yeah.
Okay.
My last one, I think, was elephants.
Yes. And the fact that trunks look like... That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you guys were able to join us.
I hate him.
And
Alpha is also my worst friend.
I love you.
I love you too.
Until next stream, this has been AlphaStarDX and witsharprthnfang. And, what the hell? We're done here.
Wait, no, the opposite of gay. Come on, Solar.
I am just going to straight up cut the stream now.
Okay.
And we'll see you all next time.
Okay, bye.